Good evening. I hope I find you well. Say hello to Sacred Heart of Jesus. There he is. How are you, Sacred Heart of Jesus? We'll sing a little hymn. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps. And when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. There you are now, that's lovely. There you are, Sacred Heart of Jesus. Up you go there now. Come on down, our Blessed Mother. We'll sing a little hymn to our Blessed Mother. Say hello to our Blessed Mother. Oh, lovely lady, dressed in blue, teach me how to pray. How are you, Blessed Mother? We sing a little hymn, Queen of the May. Would you like that? I bet you pound you would. Bring flowers of the rarest, bring blossoms the fairest, from garden and woodland and hillside and dale. Our full hearts are swelling, our glad voices telling the praise of the loveliest flower of the vale. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. Their lady they named thee, their mistress proclaimed thee. O grant that thy children on earth be as true, as long as the vale are radiant with flowers, as long as the veil shall keep its bright view. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. Isn't that lovely up there now, our Blessed Mother, keep annoying things. It's just, you wouldn't think it was May. Let's talk. I was just went out to the Sun House there. Wanted to bring in a couple of little sticks of ice cream. You get 12 for a very reasonable price at Superbuy in Kells. Don't have it in this one down here. And 350, I think. And very handy, so I got brought in four of them. Not that I'm going to have four this evening, I only have one. So Anna brought in something then for, I had a fast day yesterday and today. So I'll have something now proper tomorrow and the next day. What I brought in will do tomorrow and the next day, please God. So Anyway, I just noticed it was, as I was going out, it was a drizzle because it was dry. I looked at the ground, it was dry, but no sooner got in and a bucket of rain coming down, lashing against the window, and you look outside and it nearly flood. Lucky enough, I wasn't caught out in that. I wasn't far off it. So that's the kind of a month it is. And I was going to go down and get milk in the petrol station here beside me, just round the corner. I just drive down to it. And but I'm not going to go out in that. I'll get it in the morning. I've enough to do, but I'm expecting my friend Albert to call tomorrow. Now I won't bet on it because he was supposed to call on Sunday, and Dibble a bit he was still in the store. Then he was in the store yesterday. We did a bit of a video of myself and Father and Oliver and Father Sean, just a test sort of a thing. It wasn't going to be published or broadcast, if you like, on our website. But I think it's supposed to be doing one this evening. But I won't bet on it because he sometimes doesn't do what he says he's going to do. I'm hoping to see him here tomorrow, that he'll come down early on the bus. I mentioned the 37 and then the 109 from Branchestown Shopping Centre near the hotel. You go down, turn down a little road, and there's buses going elsewhere, but the 109 goes to Kells, and I hope to get it in the morning. I hope he's not still in the stall. And then, well, he said he wouldn't be up here tomorrow, but if there's one thing I detest is coming in the evening. I want to relax and wind down in the evening. The morning I'm active. Same as I think we all are. Some people are not. I'm a morning person, and others are maybe evening or night persons. I like to retire between 9:30 and 10. Yeah, that type of thing. I have one person, follow me there on our little item, and a thumbs up. Well, you're most welcome. So, anyways, so as when I was in Kells there, when was it? Oh, let me see. The 8th to the 5th was a Friday, and I was posting a letter. I wanted to get it registered to go. I forget now where it was going, but I can point it out. It's not that important. And there was no kind of nearly parking that you could park properly. There was no, I have an invalid sign in the car, but there was no, there's only one place where that's, and it's dangerous enough, and I couldn't find it. So when I come back from the post office at 5, be goodness, at 5 there was a ticket on the Kells. There is red in that town. If you're not parked fully and properly, but I was parked and the footpath was clear. But apparently I must have been on a bit of, I think it's a sliding footpath. But be that as it may, it doesn't matter to these yokes. And I stuck a summons on it when I come back. It's an awful old town for that. It won't get me there again, that I'll be caught like that. I was sending a part letter. It was about 5 o'clock, so the post goes there up to 5:30, whereas finishes here at 3:30. So I had to do what I did. So, anyways, €80, and I appealed it, but the crowd that do it is a crowd called Copco. They're English. They shouldn't have any business in this country. It was Varricker when he was Taoiseach stroke Prime Minister. He handed over a lot of stuff to that crowd over there. It didn't seem to be. There should have been Irish companies looking after Irish conditions. You can deal with Irish companies there, but not the like of an English crowd. They were a dread. And I put a good case. I was parked, wasn't blocking, the footpath was well free, but apparently it was on a bit of it. I think it's a sliding footpath, because I was straight, like, you'd never think you were on any kind of a footpath. Like a footpath is where you kind of rise up and you know you're on a footpath. But I certainly didn't realise it was on a footpath because it's a sliding one. And the footpath and the photograph that I saw when I was appealing it in the Mead County Council in Kells, she showed me the picture and I said, goodness, there's nobody on the footpath there. You wouldn't think I was blocking the footpath at all, or was on the footpath. That's where someone's for €80. So I paid it, but the Copco are a dread, and no matter what way you put it, and I had to get a copy of my tax disc and registration form and send that to them as well. Fussy old English crowd, and they shouldn't have the business as far as I'm concerned. So after fork out 80, I was on to the ombudsman, but they look after things that you buy, the business of where I have, they haven't got a facility for that. I was talking to a very nice lady because I was going to appeal to an ombudsman, but I can't. And she gave me an address, an email to send it, but the email means that you send it to the same crowd that you send it to this Copco dread. So there we are. But you do what you can to deal with it, and then when it doesn't succeed, I'll have to fork it out. I'll be meeting, assuming my friend Oliver's coming. I'll meet them in Kel, so I could pay it there in the office, but I can pay it by video, by email as well. I think do them. I think there's a facility for that, so we'll see. So that's the story, Rory. Not much you can do when you weather like that. You go out and it'll be dry, and by the time you be out, maybe walking in somewhere, you'd be a flood of rain coming down. You'd be drowned going in trying to go in any place, so you can't chance it. Because even if you had an overcoat and a hat on you to protect your things, you'd be drowned, and you'd be drowned. So no, I had to kiss a goodbye because it's been a very unsettled period. I think on Friday it might get better because I see it's 20 degrees on where I can get it on the phone. You want it on the phone. That's the Lord Hardy picture where Lord was, his uncle Ebenezer left 3 million or something. And so they were going to the house, and the fat lad said, "Oh, you look after us to see." And so it was very funny, but they went in, and there was other ones there. And when is the will going to be read? They thought, and there was a detective or an inspector, or wherever he was. There be no will read tonight, he says. Um, Ebenezer was murdered, and one of the ones that was maybe going to gain, they'd be the ones that might do it. So there'd be no will read until we find the culprit. And then there was a ring at the door. It was spilling rain outside, and there's thunder and lightning. He sent a servant out, and he was a weird servant. And he opened the door, and the two buckos marched. They come in. Uh, what business have you have? Says the servant. This is this is Mr. Lorne. He's the heir for the his uncle Ebenezer, who left 3 million, and he's the heir. We're coming here to hear the will read. Just a minute, and he went and said to the inspector, and the inspector, they want to read, they want the will. Send them in, bring them in. Yeah, we're here now. Mr. Lorne here is the heir for the Mr. Ebenezer, the late Mr. Ebenezer. Lorne, that's where he's the heir. Is that so? Will there be no will read tonight? Oh, will there not, says the fat lad. Well, there's no need for us here, we'll head off. Oh, no, you won't. Mr. Ebenezer was killed, murdered. And somebody that's going to benefit in the will is the guilty party, and we intend to find it. You don't think we did it, says the lad. No, I'm not saying you did. But you're not going anywhere. And he says to Sam, show them up to their room. And it's up to a room where everything is covered. And Mr. Hardy says, well, why is everything covered? This is the room, he says, where Ebenezer was murdered. In that room there, in that door, he was murdered. And then he was going in with the candle, and the fat like, give me that candle. And he says, oh, I don't like this. And then the thunder and lightning looked like a ghost. But then the sound had come up to the various people that was there. And some of them fainted. One was trying to get away, and one wanted to go to the theatre. But they were not let it go anywhere. And then the sound had come, you wanted on the phone, and it went down to the phone. And as soon as they lifted up, the chair and down into a hole that went in. That was the end of them. You're wanted on the phone. So there you are. Bye now, and I hope you have a nice evening. But don't be heading out in case you're drowned if you're in this country. You might be somewhere where the sun is shining and maybe too hot. So you can't go out because it's too hot. The mosquitoes have you alive. So no matter where you go, it's hard to get it just the way you like it. So bye now, and all my friends that are following us there, have a good evening. Sing an odd hymn. Clear the room if you're not a good singer. You'll be delighted. Bye now.